Hello, everyone. Jeez. Okay, we're live. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. Hello, fools. And hello, fellow NEETs. How are you doing today? Hello there. I wasn't here for a while because I was sick. I got like a really bad stomach virus. I was shitting my guts out. So sorry. Just sorry, I guess. I was really sick. Yeah. I felt like I was gonna die. So sick. So I just took some time off to recover, and now I'm back. Back in cooking. Good evening. Good evening, disgusting master rank. Thank you for the potato panda in a panda suit. Thank you for the daily potato. So today, guys, we are cooking some of my favorite food of all time, and that's eggplant stir fry. It's a classic dish for a lot of different Asian families. It's just very delicious, it's pretty simple, and it's pretty quick to make. Thank you for the $2. Hey, it's to play RuneScape. I don't play RuneScape. Nasu 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 nasu. Nasu itame o ryori shimashou. Shimashou. Ikimashou. Hai hai hai. Italia kara mitemasu. Gambatte kudasai. Genuinely curious about this stir fry. It's really good. It's delicious. I love it. So you gotta get these Chinese eggplants. These longer ones. You gotta get the long skinny ones that look a little bit sussy, but these are needed. They are necessary for compensation now. So you gotta get these longer eggplants. These are Chinese eggplants. If you go to the supermarket, they'll be labeled Chinese eggplants. And also for the meat, for this one, I'm gonna use chicken breast. I also have some other ingredients for other foods. So I have like mackerel here. I got some chicken breasts, so I can do some minced chicken breast and put that in. And then a green onion. Gotta have your soy sauce. This is tamari sauce, actually. I also have some actual soy sauce. W Stirfry stream. That eggplant is above average. Huge even. we potentially cooking some eggplants. The reason why we gotta get the big eggplants is because they shrink when they cook. So you gotta be above average if you want to make it to a like okay size. Unfortunately for you bros. Sugoi. Crazy ass statement. And then I got some seasoning. I got like I'm kind of just using what I have around like my kitchen. So I have some shallots for seasoning. I don't have any garlic, I don't think. Oh, I have a little bit of garlic. I have some garlic. I have some ginger. So you use some garlic and ginger. And yeah. You can stir fry my eggplant any day. Question, does your hair constantly falling in your face drive you insane? No, because I use it to cope with my bad social skills. What else do we have? We have some I don't remember. I have some radishes and bok choy. Got radishes and bok choy. This is another kind of. This is also a little bit sus. Not gonna lie. It's a radish, guys. Okay. Does the size of the eggplant matter, or is it about how it's cooked? Well, you're specific for these recipes. You're supposed to use the Asian eggplant. So, yeah. Because the other eggplants have a different texture. At least this type of eggplant. The actual size of it doesn't actually matter. Bro, you guys are down bad making the eggplant jokes. The amount of eggplant jokes that are going on here, that's down bad, guys. This is at least a 6 on the down badness scale. I know. You guys are like the average. You guys are like on average, like kind of down bad. Not gonna lie. The people in my chat are like an average of like 5. Like the down badness scale is like completely like relative to my stream chat. Because you guys are just fucking down bad by default. So I need to make sure I have everything. I don't want to forget stuff. Oh yeah, I need to make some rice. Of course, like any good Asian dish, you need some rice. So I'm gonna get some of my rice. My namamugi, namakome, namatamago. my namakome. Here we go. Some good ass rice. Look at this. I like to use Japanese rice because it's like really good quality. You can also use jasmine rice too. And you just put a little bit of water and then you just start mixing it. Thank you for the 10 real, Louis Castro. Hey, how was it at your relatives? It was pretty good. Having grandma's cooking for a little bit is pretty good. Helps you de-stress a bit when you don't have to worry about like existing. It's like gray outside too today, so it's like kind of depressing. It's like, hey, the world might be depressing, but at least I get good food in my stomach. Isn't Jasmine from Aladdin? What? I don't know. Jasmine rice is just a type of rice. So there's the Japanese rice, which you can see. Japanese rice is common throughout North Asia. It's not just Japan that has this. So you can see the grains are kind of short and stubby. It's a lot more round. I don't know who's the biggest exporter of Japanese rice. It might be like China, but I don't actually know for sure. It could be Japan. Probably is Japan for like the Western exports, or it might actually be America. America might be one of the biggest producers for Japanese rice in North America. But like, yeah, it's native to Northeast Asian countries like Japan, Korea, or China, and it's pretty common in a lot of cooking. And then you got the jasmine rice, which is more common in Vietnam, Thailand, Laos, places like that. How do you feel about basmati rice, often used in Indian food? I know basmati rice, and for me, I don't know. I don't really prefer it, to be honest, because it's kind of dry. Basmati rice is the long grain rice for like Indian cuisine. I think maybe it's good in for curry, because like curry is quite wet. But personally for me, I find that basmati rice is like a bit dry. A bit too dry for me. Like if you're maybe eating something like wet, like a curry, basmati rice can be pretty good. But generally I prefer like either the jasmine rice or the Japanese rice. "今日は服はすごく可愛いね。ありがとう." 別にと思ってるんだけど when I prepare rice, I often leave it in water like 1 minute alone and then wash it. It makes it less dry. Oh really? I never tried that. Well, I tried it with Japanese rice before, but I usually just too lazy. I am too impatient to just let it sit there. I got the rice washing. Okay, I stirred it quite a bit for quite a bit of time, so I think I can just rinse it. See, I got the, it's kind of starchy now, but you gotta rinse it until it's clear. If you don't rinse out your rice, it becomes kind of gloopy and like really, the texture isn't so nice. So you put a bit of water. I just go by feeling. So I kind of put my finger in, and this seems about right for the amount of water you should have in, so I'm gonna put that in. And then I gotta plug in my rice cooker. I was expecting it to go off there. There we go. My rice cooker. Isn't it beautiful? I love rice cooking. Shalom, greetings Elisa. Happy you're streaming and cooking. Thank you. I give my rice a massage, make sure it's relaxed before cooking. You gotta make sure your rice feels at ease before you cook it. It's about paying respect to the rice. Is it Yasmin rice? No, this is Japanese rice. I'm gonna quickly clean off my cutting board. There we go. What are you cooking? Fried eggplant with chili. I'm making eggplant stir fry. Is it just me or eggplant lasagna tastes better than normal lasagna? What's the point of putting eggplant in your lasagna? That seems so weird to me. You know, you know what I don't get for like white people cooking? Is that like why is it that like for white people it's just like when they cook something, they like to cook things that are unhealthy because it tastes good, or unhealthy because it tastes good, but then adding like vegetables on the side all of a sudden makes it healthy. Like that's the weirdest thing to me. Or it's like, oh, I'm gonna have a lasagna or like a hamburger, but if I put salad and a tomato on it, it's healthy now. Like that's the stupidest logic. It all cancels out. It's so dumb. It doesn't make any sense. Or it's like for some reason they think that like salt or like just a little bit of oil just to like cook your food so it doesn't stick to your pan is like unhealthy. The amount of people that are just like Asian food's not healthy. They use salt and oil and it's like, well, Asian people are skinny. Go to like any Asian grocery store in North America and then you'll see like such a difference in like the weight of people. I don't think anybody thinks like that. I know people who think like that. I live my life in a constant state of conflict with my coworkers over the salt and oil argument. It's like probably the best way to determine if like food is healthy or not is just take a look at the people who eat it. It's like if you use a little bit of salt and oil just to make your like vegetable stir fry taste good, it's still healthy. But then like adding like a salad to the side of your hamburger, like that's not healthy. That doesn't make any sense to be healthy. Thank you for the $5, Billy Goat Buff. How do you know how to speak Japanese? Isn't your surname Chinese? Well, I'm actually Cambodian. My ethnicity is really complicated. Cool fact, you can learn any language if you want to. Yeah. I don't actually even speak Chinese. I learned a little bit of Chinese, but I don't actually speak any Chinese. Believe it or not all Chinese people are from China. Well, French and Italian people are white, and they ain't afraid to go overboard with olive oil and butter. Well, the difference is that they actually have good, like, French and Italians actually cook well. Like, German food, not gonna lie, like, German food, like, British food, or, hold on, I'm just adjusting the camera here. Like, German food or British food is, like, kind of ass in comparison. British food is extremely good, as is German food. Just seems like you've never had it. I have had it. That's what a British person would say. British person no. British people be like, Susan made dinner. Ate a lovely dinner, eh? She made jelly deals the other day. She sure is sure is a good cook, eh? Thank you for the $5, Edwin. Another live stream, yay. In it. Susan, such a good cook, eh? She made jelly deals the other day. Delicious. Getting some grub with the laddies. Okay, now that's just Scottish. Getting some grub with the lads. You sound more like a Canadian who tries to imitate a Scottish man who grew up in Louisiana. Sounds about right. I love beans on toast. Delicious. My British grandma is a good cook, though. She actually cooks well, but the amount of times, to be honest, like the amount of times I've like had bad food at restaurants, it's just like, oh my god. Canadian restaurant cuisine sucks ass. The amount of like people who can't cook either. Like the amount of white people who can't cook is like really surprising. Get a pint with the lads. This is true. But how is the Japanese food in Little Tokyo in your town? I don't have a Little Tokyo. Little Tokyos are like really rare. Like J-towns or like Japan towns are extremely rare. Most countries don't have a Japan town. Even then, it's like a lot of the Japanese, the quote unquote Japanese restaurants that are like in Canada, they're usually run by Chinese people that like have really sketchy like food safety standards, and you get food poisoning sometimes at them. Thank you for the $2, Raphael. Yo, what up? Nice to see you back in shape. Yes. I'm happy I'm not shitting my guts out anymore. I'm gonna keep it real. I was tripping and saw the title as Eggplant Stiffy, and I'm like, am I done for? Bro, how do you get Eggplant Stiffy? Bro is tripping. Eggplant stir fry. Let's go. Nice chopping. Thank you. I am chop master. The chopping is pretty satisfying. It's like, you know, like what I find is that like there's a lot of Chinese, like quote unquote Japanese restaurants or like Thai restaurants that are run by Chinese people. And then because it's not like actually Chinese cuisine, they don't actually seem to care about the cuisine that much. So a lot of the time they just get lazy and they're more just using it as a way to get quick, easy sales. If you go to Chinese restaurants that actually have actual Chinese food, they tend to be better with the food quality, I've noticed. But for like the Japanese restaurants that are run by Chinese people, I always find that they basically just want to use the Japanese name to sell stuff, and it's usually not very good. Yeah, I just went to a Chinese buffet. It was really. Did you go to the Mandarin? Man, I hate the Mandarin. I noticed that in a sushi place. If you want like actually good, authentic food of a certain like country, you gotta make sure that the actual owners are from that country because they're more inclined to actually care. Because there's too many times where I see just like people who just have a thing but they don't actually care about the thing. The stream got recommended on my front page. I don't know why. Because everybody knows about Elisa Chung's streams. I'm famous, of course. Oops. You got lucky. We only have the highest quality cooking on this stream. Hell yeah. We got the most powerful cooking streams. You know, for any of you guys who live in Toronto, my favorite ramen restaurant recommendation actually is Tohin Boku. Tohin Boku is unironically probably one of the best ramen restaurants in Toronto. I embarrassed myself once at a Japanese restaurant because I spoke Japanese to them. They weren't Japanese, lol. It's like if you try to speak Chinese to It's like if you try to speak Chinese to the staff at a Vietnamese restaurant, or you try to speak Japanese to the staff at a Korean restaurant. That's gonna go well. He was speaking at a Japanese. All fun and games to try to speak Wookiee to a Lebanese restaurant. I do have to speedrun Mandarin / Kanto because Guangzhou has both. Have you tried ramen ishin? Like, is this ishin? Wait. No, that's Shin Ramyun. I'm thinking of something else. I got some like ramyun packs here, like Bulldog. I got some Sapporo Ichiban ramen. For my favorite ramen, I actually like Denai Icho. It was my favorite. So I'm going to cut the eggplant now. And I should take the rest of the eggplant out of the fridge actually. Gotta cut that eggplant. Actually, I should wash them first. Remember guys, wash your eggplant. Can we have an eggplant washing cam? Oh yeah. We can have an eggplant washing cam. Is this good? I think it's good. There we go. That's an eggplant washing cam. Now we're talking. This is gonna be the best eggplant washing stream of all time. That one time I woke up and got reincarnated as an eggplant in another world. Bros, that's down bad. Why do bros want to be an eggplant so bad? You guys are so down bad. You're up bad. Eggplants are the powerhouse of the vegetables. They do kind of look like a mitochondria, maybe, if it was long and like purple. Looks more like a baseball bat. I could just like POV POV you're Asian and you got a B. She's wielding a weapon. I have the most powerful weapon, eggplant. Okay, now what you need to do, you gotta cut off the tips of your eggplant. You gotta take your eggplants and you gotta just cut off the tip like God, I can't even keep a straight face anymore. You gotta just, yeah. I gotta take the whole tip off. Hold on, I need to get a bowl for this. It hurts just watching. Bro, you guys were just having the time of your lives a second ago, and now you're just like, no, this is so cruel. You guys are fucking weird. There's something wrong with you guys. You guys are sick in the head. You guys were just like, I really wish I was that eggplant. And now you're just like, oh shit. Really regretting yourself there. Eggplant. I don't want to eat a raw eggplant. Then you just cut the eggplant like this. To little chunks like this. Oops. Okay. A moment of silence for the eggplants. Chopping eggplant is fun, isn't it? Chopping eggplant is very fun. Moment of silence for all the eggplants that have been cut. Military salute for the eggplants. I am the killer of all vegetables. Hey, does that mean vegans are actually evil? Because they eat eggplants and stuff. Don't they know that eggplants have feelings too. Vegans don't understand. My bowl is getting filled with eggplant. Delicious eggplant. I mean, when my grandparents made eggplant stir fry, they actually took the skin off. So they just degloved the eggplant. So it could always be worse, you know. You know, compared to like what my grandparents do with eggplants, these eggplants don't have it that bad. At least they're not getting skinned alive. Eat the skin too. Living purring pals, these purple veggies. いい包丁ですね。でしょ? Oh. 日本に行った時に大阪に行って包丁店にfreezer? Oh. I went to a knife shop in Japan, and then I saw this knife. It was made in Seki. And Seki is really famous for making katanas. So this knife is really good. It's really light, actually. For how big it is, it's really light. 日本で買ったんですね。The fact that you know the term degloved is a knife. Why is the cutting board thick? So I don't cut through it, duh. What else do you think? I also need some ginger. Some ginger is nice. I love the smell of ginger.生姜をみじん切りにして茶碗に入って茶碗に入れる。入る、入る、入れる、入れる。Insert. It's hard to switch between Japanese and English. Switching languages a lot is difficult. Even when there's times when I speak Japanese quite a bit, actually switching back to English is difficult. 声かわいいですね。She's cutting up ginger. This woman is evil. I really am evil. Does it really matter if there's one less ginger in the world though? Let's be real here. I don't know, think about it. What if, imagine a world without Ed Sheeran. There's a lot of ginger actually. This is probably too much ginger. Ed Sheeran, that guy's from Game of Thrones. That would be great. It would be less perfect. Here's ginger, that's enough said, guys. Yeah, imagine, no Ed Sheeran. Thank you, Chef. Did Elisa let the ginger sing first or straight up dicing? You're atomizing that ginger. I am. This ginger is gonna be no more. There we go. Now, I'm going to put a little bit of cornstarch on my eggplants. Gotta cover them in the starch. If you cover them in cornstarch, this is what gives them a nice color. Because eggplant is quite watery, so when you try to cook it, it tends to boil instead of actually frying. So I'm just gonna add some cornstarch to actually make sure it cooks properly. There's a hair in there. Oops. Remember guys, you gotta powder your eggplant. Ow, fuck. Yeah. Ow, that hurts. The chair just stepped on my toe. Ow. You gotta powder your eggplants. Someone tell her to salt the eggplant before cooking. The salt's not really gonna stick to the eggplant though, that's the issue. I just use soy sauce while cooking so it absorbs into it anyways. Cover in salt. Maybe I'll try covering in salt, see what happens. Chat, if this goes wrong, I'm going to kill all of you. You are going to go the same way as the eggplants. There we go, I'm salting my eggplants. Salted so it won't be bitter. Eggplants are usually sweet though. It will have brownish stains if you salt it. I know that because it becomes sort of wilted a little bit. So I got some eggplants here. I got my ginger, aka Ed Sheeran, here. Now I'm gonna mince up some chicken breast. It's like 1, maybe 2 chicken breasts at most. I'll start with 1 and then add another one if it's not enough. I think I need more chicken breasts. I heard in China that chicken breast is really cheap, actually. One of my friends from China, or before, I was friends with an exchange student from China, and he always liked to talk about how food in Canada sucks, and that the food quality is better in China. He also talked about how it doesn't make sense how chicken breast is more expensive because it's objectively like the least, like it's really dry. He doesn't understand why people want chicken breast over the chicken thighs. Have you tried eggplant with adobo? China's food quality is really not good for the most part. I don't know, I think it seems to depend on where you are in China. Just gonna slowly mince away at this chicken. I don't know, I've never actually been to China, but from from like my friends that I've talked to from China before, it's like, I don't know, they say the food quality is pretty good in China. But it could very much just be like if you're from, like, say, Beijing or Shanghai or something, that is better quality, but maybe the other states, or not states, what do they use? Provinces? Yeah, provinces. United States of China. You're right, the chicken breast is more cheaper in China. You think Chinese restaurants in China are run by Japanese people? No. You gotta beat your meat here with the knife. I remember that friend, they used to always like complain about food and stuff all the time. Always arguing about food for some reason. And then he gets mad at me for liking General Tao chicken. They're like, oh, that's not Chinese food. And I'm like, well, and I don't care if it's Chinese food. It's good. He was funny. I always like to try to talk about which is the best ramen restaurants in the neighborhood. Is that authentic Japanese steel you're chopping with? Believe it or not, yes, it is actually made by steel from katanas. I don't get why people smash the meat like this. I just cut it into cubes. When you mince it yourself with the knife, it makes it more tender. When you buy the pre-ground meat at the store, when you cook it, it becomes sort of like a little bit more tough and more grainy. When you actually mince it yourself on the spot like this, it's more tender when you cook it. Okay. This is good. Oh, yo. Minced chicken beef. I don't think knives are made of tamahagane. Probably it's made by the craftsman, but not with the tamahaganes, which is a national treasure. I don't actually know what it's made of. I think it's something like Aogami blue or something is what the steel is called. Aogami steel. I'm not sure, I don't actually remember. I'm gonna use my cast iron pan this time for cooking. It gives a nice sear. Everything in her home is designed to cause her back to down, arch down. That's the problem with being tall. Because I'm just really tall, so everything in my house or in my apartment is just really short, including all the tables. So I have to like bend down so much. Whereas if I was like shorter like this, I wouldn't have to like do this. I had to arch my back so much. Haruki Murakami writes about cooking and loneliness, very base. I'm a pro hibachi chef. That's cool. I've never been to a hibachi restaurant actually. Okay, now it's time to cook some of this eggplant. See, I gotta make sure this is at a good angle. There we go. So I'm gonna start with a little bit of oil at like medium to low heat. I'm gonna use the bigger thing actually. That's gonna get more coverage on the pan. Food Wars live action. Guess it kind of is. So I'm gonna put some canola oil. Shouldn't put too much because the eggplant's going to absorb a lot of it, so if you put too much, it's just going to absorb the oil anyways. And then I got my trusty I would say wok, but this isn't a wok. Woks don't really work well if you're using like a electric stove. Woks work best with gas stoves, but I don't have a gas stove. Because you gotta have that, like, because the gas, it actually, like, the heat goes around the wok, whereas with these electric stoves, it just touches the bottom and it uses the convection from the metal to transfer the heat, which it's not very good at it. So I just used cast iron pan. Olive oil for stir fry. No, I'm using canola oil. Anyone pansexual? Can you explain why canola is bad? Well, just any processed seed oils isn't really good for you, but it's not the only thing that contributes to bad health. I mean, just having a bit of processed oils just to cook your food is fine. Generally, I like to use tallow, like beef tallow or butter. But depending on what you're cooking, if you're cooking with high heat, cooking with butter is not very easy because it burns. Tallow is generally pretty good though. But some people don't like the taste of tallow. I gotta put this on medium heat, then put in my eggplant. Now I got some nice sizzling there. You don't want to put too much eggplant, although I might have put too much here, but whatever. If you put too much eggplant, it won't actually fry. Oops. That's way too much in that pan. Yeah, I think I put a bit too much in the pan. It's fine. I'll just move it enough. Making sure that the stuff in the pan is actually moving helps it evaporate a lot faster, so this is a technique to combat the overcrowding. No. I hate the pans with rounded edges always end up with my food outside the pan. 5 seconds. Why is there no hood vent over the stove? What lack of code enforcement approved this kitchen? I don't know, my apartment just doesn't have a hood vent. Like, it should, but it just doesn't. No. I keep dropping the eggplants on the stove. Hood vents are a luxury here. Really. I don't know other people can cook without drinking alcohol. Drinking alcohol with cooking, that's gotta be like a French thing. might be a little wild, funny, but if you spread your legs when you stand still, you become shorter. The amount I need to spread my legs to be a bit shorter is like, I'm only like maybe a centimeter shorter. I'd have to do like this to be like a normal height. Guys, am I doing it right? Is this what it's like to be a short king? Wait, this is actually a lot better. This is so much better for my back. Guys, wait, I should do this more often. My back feels way better. Now you're 5'6" shirt queen. Do what works. Okay, now I think the eggplants are like cooked now. I feel like I'm doing yoga while cooking. I'm just gonna quickly put the eggplants in a bowl. I don't want to overcook the eggplant so that it's like really gloopy. I want to give it the right amount of like body to it. I want to make sure it still has some shape to it. So now I'm going to put a little bit of more canola oil. Get some of this garlic, shallot, ginger going on. Make sure you stir it. You gotta make sure you stir it quite well. So that it doesn't burn. And the air is really dry. The skin on my face is like itchy. I'm gonna do my secret technique here of just like yoga while cooking. Cooking yoga. Make a filthy Frank style wrap. Yeah. Eggplant stir fry, eggplant stir fry, eggplant stir fry. Gotta cut your eggplants, baby, and put it into eggplant stir fry. I don't know it. I don't know how I would make a filthy Frank style wrap about eggplant stir fry. No. Okay, I caught it. Good. Now I got the chicken breast. If you don't have chicken, you can use Spam. That sounds awful. Yeah, maybe more oil so it doesn't stick to the pan. Yeah, I could put a bit more oil. Or do I? No, I think I'm good with it actually. I think because the chicken has oil in it already. So when you cook with like meat, you have to realize the meat also has oil in it. So generally when you cook it a little bit, as long as you're not cooking it so hot, the oil in the meat will actually like melt. It will help it not stick. No, it's fine. Now I gotta prepare my seasoning. Chicken doesn't have oil. What do you mean? It has, I mean like fat in the meat. There's oil in the meat. That's pretty tender, actually. That's good. No wok hay here. No wok hay because I'm using a cast iron pan, not a wok. Okay, now I'm gonna put some seasonings in it. Put some pepper. Put a bit of salt too. What? Bruh. I'm gonna put some medium soy sauce. I'll put some tamari sauce because I got it at Costco and I haven't really used it. So I got this tamari sauce from Costco. It tastes like a sweetened soy sauce. Some meating. A little bit of sesame oil. A little bit of chicken powder. I would put oyster sauce too, but I don't actually have oyster sauce on me. And then I just mix that all together. I'm gonna add a bit of more water into it. I think I need some more water. I'm just trying to soften up the eggplants a bit. You'll taste it. Yeah, it tastes about right. A little bit more tamari sauce. Eyeball technique. I never really measure anything when I cook. I just go by feel. Now that the eggplants are starting to get their moisture out, the consistency is more closer to what I want. Maybe a little bit of fish sauce wouldn't hurt. Where is my Squid brand fish sauce? Okay, here it is. I got my Squid brand fish sauce. Well, the label fell off, but it's Squid brand fish sauce. Believe me when I say it. I can't open it. I can't open it. Bro, how do I open this? Oh, there we go, okay. Okay. There we go. That's pretty good. I like that. A little bit of water just so it doesn't dry out when you put it in the fridge. Gets the better consistency. Ooh, maybe I should put some chili oil in this. Do I have chili oil? I don't. I have some chilies. A little bit of chili sauce. This is a bit spicy, so I need to be careful with it. It's quite strong. There we go. Now I just take some rice. And I get a bowl. Forgot I need green onions. I'm gonna use the other side of the cutting board. I forgot the green onions. Okay. There we go. I just use the other side of my cutting board. Get a couple green onions. Okay, put some green onions in here. Mix it in. Take some of this, just put that in my bowl here. Take some more green onions. And there you go. Delicious. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Delicious eggplant stir fry. Better than Gordon. I'm the most powerful cook in the world. Of course I'd be better than Gordon. Gordon doesn't stand a chance. It's kind of hot to hold. All right. Itadakimasu. Okay. Mmm. That's good. Mmm. It's got just the right amount of seasoning. Because when you have it with rice, it balances out quite well. Mmm. That's good. Looks delicious. Oh, I want me some. It's really good. It's amazing. Get like a thumbnail shot here. Wow. Beautiful. Thank you for the $2, Raphael. Holy shit, that looks absolutely scrumptious. I know, right? Chinese cooking is probably my favorite cooking in all of the world. Nasu. Nasu. これはナス炒めです。Looks tasty. Needs sake. I don't drink alcohol. I'm choking. I just choked on it by accident. Guys, it's over. She's overdosing. It's over, bros. This is too good. I'm overdosing on Chinese food. No, it's not spicy. I just choked on it. I didn't put much spice in it. Amazing to be good at drawing, music, and cooking. I'm not very good at music. I practiced a little bit. No spice, you not Asian. It does have spice in it. Just not very much. It's like a little tingle. I put like a little bit of chili sauce in it. Just a little bit. What instrument do you play? I play piano. Guys, we're gonna have a mukbang stream now. Oh, my chopstick. This my head's cut off. Chopsticks down, chopsticks down. The most powerful pianist. I was learning how to play Studio Ghibli songs, actually. Yummy. Yo, teach me how to use chopsticks, please. How many of you guys actually know how to use chopsticks? Because for me, chopsticks is just like second nature. I don't. I guess most people seem to use chopsticks. Seems like maybe it's like a 60-30 with most people knowing how to use chopsticks. So basically, if you're a heathen that doesn't know how to use chopsticks, if you're an uncivilized person that doesn't know how to use chopsticks, so you take this, like you're holding a pencil, right? You put it in between your thumb and your palm, and then you put your middle finger here, like this. Then you get the second one, right? Or wait. No, you rest maybe this is wrong. You rest this one between your thumb, your palm, and then your, what is this finger? Ring finger, I think? Is it? I don't know. And you put your middle finger in between like this, and then you have the top finger controlling this almost like a hinge. That's how you use chopsticks, and you hold it closer to the end. For like kids, they hold it closer to the front, but for actual people who know how to use chopsticks, you hold it close to the end, like this. But how do you hold it as an American? As opposed to a civilized person, as opposed to an American? I know there's some people that hold chopsticks incorrectly. Like my mom actually holds them wrong, but she does it anyways. I think some people, they like to, I've seen some people do like this, or they like scissor it, or it's like they do this. This is wrong. This is not how you use chopsticks. There's like, what else? What else have I seen? Like this, maybe? This is not proper. This is not proper. You're not supposed to scissor your chopsticks. That's not proper chopstick technique. But how do you clean up your plate like that? You just do this. Like, you ever wonder how people clean their plate? So it's just, you take the chopsticks and you just scrape the sides of the plate like this with it, and then you just put it into your mouth. That's how you use chopsticks, guys. This is the proper Asian way. Chopsticks are better than spoons and forks? I would agree. Spoons and forks are cringe. Chopsticks are the way to go. Can you eat everything except cereal and soup with chopsticks? You can pretty much eat anything with chopsticks because you use the bowl to drink. Like if you have soup, right? If you have soup and you want to eat it with chopsticks, you take the solids with the chopsticks and then you drink out of the bowl with your mouth, like this. You hold it to your mouth. Sometimes for like stuff like ramen or something, you can use a soup spoon like this. The big soup spoon. But if you're just eating like a miso soup or something, you just drink it out of the bowl like this. Just. Barbarians drink from bowls. I think chopsticks are the way to go. Chopsticks are the best. Can you, guys, this is why chopsticks are superior. Can you eat chips with chopsticks? No, you can't. You literally cannot eat kettle chips with chopsticks. Or, not chopsticks, forks. You can't eat kettle chopsticks with a fork. Even with a spoon, eating kettle chips with a spoon is difficult. But like, if you use chopsticks though to eat kettle chips, you can do that. Haha, yeah, I once started eating chips with chopsticks. I'll never do it any other way. I've seen people eat nachos with chopsticks.
Okay, I found this on the web for nachos chopsticks. Check it out.
Shut up, Siri. I didn't ask for that. You can eat chips with forks. How? You'd just crush them. You'd break them. Do you eat natto? I don't regularly eat it, but I like it. You should get gloves at Costco for raw meat and chopping onions. That's such a white person thing though. Asians don't use spoons sometimes, drink directly from the bowl. That's not violation of manners. It may be considered bad manners in the West. There's a lot of things that are considered bad manners to like Westerners that are completely normal for Asians. Like for example, slurping. Slurping is bad manners in the West, but it's really common for Asian people to do that. Like slurping or drinking from the bowl. I get Costco ground beef log and I eat it raw with my hands for the gains. What are bad manners in Canada? Well, I would say just like eating manners, right? It's like quite different if you're a Westerner versus an Easterner. Like for Asians, they slurp their food a lot. Actually, I'm gonna play a bit on the piano. I'm gonna end the stream soon, but I wanna show my piano progress. Ah. I've been learning Ghibli songs, guys. Thank you for the 10 real, Luis Castro. Thank you for the 4 months N.L present. Yes, I was wondering where you are. Thank you for showing up. Here. What is it? I was trying to learn the merry-go-round of life. She got that indie horror game lady. Thank you for the $20. I think these Sundays get together are a very good idea. I'll clear my calendar in the future. Sounds good. I'm glad people are making schedules for me. Do you have any songs that you've made? I haven't made any songs myself. I just kind of play to calm myself down because I find it helps with stress. Another song I was practicing today. Is it this? There we go. Nice piano skills. Eiga kuraine. Kuraine. Did you learn yourself? I did learn myself. I just have like this little book from Studio Ghibli. And I just like learned some songs there. I tried to read it. I can see some tension in your wrist while playing. It'll get easier. It's really hard to stretch my hand, cause like when I especially do like the octave jumps, especially when I try to do the octave jumps, my hands have to stretch so far, and it's really hard for me to even stretch an octave with my hands. Like that's actually a challenge for me. So I had to like stiff my hands, so make my hands so stiff it doesn't work very easily. I think your seat is too low. Okay, maybe I need to put my seat a little higher. Now we have sync cam. We have some weird angles on this stream. Anyways, I'm gonna go clean up now. That was a fun stream, guys. Please, if you enjoyed the stream, stay tuned for my next streams. Hold on. If you enjoyed this stream, please stay tuned for my next streams where we can have lots of fun doing dumb things. Anyways, thank you for watching, and for everybody that donated, special thanks. Definitely help keep the lights on. Anyways, thank you so much. Bye.